tiny house prepper.
Well, hi everybody. We wanted to give you a like another follow-up video, kind of let you know how things are going. Actually, really very well. I am still at the rehab hospital, and been working really hard, and I'm very pleased that it's looking like I'm just that my left-sided weakness is getting stronger, and I've been working really a lot of exercises and a lot of hard work, but I'm not real surprised that it is starting to recover, because like I said, they didn't see evidence of permanent problems when they did an MRI. So it's getting stronger, still not up to usual, but it's stronger. My balance isn't nearly as crazy as it was. So actually today I walked with a walker with someone beside me and no wheelchair butt catcher behind me 2 times around, and didn't start getting really weak. I felt pretty good when I got done. And so now I'm allowed to actually use the walker if I have to get up in my room, not by myself. I have to have a nurse there, and somebody there to help me. But I'm allowed to get up and actually, walk somewhere in my room. And oh, that's been such a nice relief to feel like I can get up moving a little bit more again. When Bill came tonight, he's here, and when he came tonight, he was actually, I think, pleasantly surprised at how really much better I'm walking now. So I'm really encouraged by that. So I wanted to give a good report. So I didn't wobble too much or anything, huh?
I was very impressed. She just stood up. She had the walker, but she stood up. She stood straight, walked right across the room and right into where the restroom is without any kind of wobble at all.
Yeah.
I was very excited to see that, because the last time I saw her, she had to have a person on each side to keep her from falling over.
Yeah.
So, and that was only what, 4 days ago, something like that?
Something like that. I think I've been in here, maybe tomorrow it'll be a week.
Yeah.
And so no, I'm very pleased. I just feel like every day, and like I said, therapy works you really hard, but I think that my brain is starting to do some healing, and so because it's so weird to realize that the weakness doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I hurt my leg or my arm or anything like that, or even my left eyelid, which doesn't like to open completely. It's because it happened in my brain. The very first day I went in for therapy, the lady was being very professional. They're really nice here, and she was saying, okay, so we've got some left-sided weakness and balance problems, and she's talking to me, and I said, yeah, it's all in my head. And she started out going, oh no, honey, and then she stops and she looks at me like, well, yeah, it is all in your head. And so it's a matter of my brain recovering, and then in the meantime, they're doing a lot of things to help keep my body and muscles and stuff as strong as they can. And so it takes a while to recover, but I'm encouraged. I think it's doing really well. I won't know. They're doing a test tomorrow because my swallowing has been affected, and they're just checking me. My eye is going to get checked just to make sure everything's okay, because it sometimes doesn't focus real great, and it's, of course, the droopiness is, I'm sure, just because of what happened and everything. And then but I really feel like that the time's going to be coming up pretty soon where they're going to feel like I'll be strong enough, to go home. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there'll be therapy at home, and then probably some outpatient stuff. But I feel like I'm going along very well. So I have a very hoarse voice. I keep trying to speak loudly enough because there's an air conditioning fan going. I managed to get a cold once I got into the hospital and got here. And I'm fine. It's just I'm hoarse because I got a cold. So I thought, yeah, I don't need that. But anyway, so I'll be fine. They're watching really carefully. So we've had a lot of wonderful, literally thousands of comments of love. People saying they're praying. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's just been incredible. And I know everything's going to be all right. But yeah, it was kind of rough for a while, and I'm kind of bummed that I've got to be kind of regrouping here. But it's going to be fine. I'm just very, very grateful that things are going as well as they are. But people have had certain things that they've asked about repeatedly. It's very difficult for me to do much typing on my phone right now. So I think I'm going to address like a little bit of frequently asked questions, Q&A kind of thing going on. People have been asking, do we have like a P.O. box or something, because they want to send cards. And actually, I love that you want to do that, but I really live in a very small place, and I literally would not have much choice other than to look at them and be grateful and not be able to hang on to them. I love that you want to do it, but I tell you what means the most is just the outpouring of love, and for people to really pray when they say they're going to pray. I can really feel the power and the strength from that, and so I really thank you that you want to do that, but I'd rather that we didn't get a bunch of cards and stuff. I am definitely feeling the love, and I've been trying to keep up with comments and read them, and they always make me smile and sometimes cry, and in a good way. And so just the prayers and everything, just and the love just means a lot. Just a second. Don't start being all concerned. It's just a cold. So I'm okay. I just have a cough. I cut my own bangs a little while ago because they'd gotten really long. And as I was cutting them, my scissors angle slipped somehow. And I know better than this, but I ended up cutting like this really short piece. And so I trimmed them myself as smoothly as I could. So for the first time, I've got such short bangs. And I don't really mind it. I mean, I think I got them kind of smoothed out pretty well, but I never intended they'd be this short. Well, now with the shorter bangs, this little lump I have on my forehead is showing up. And especially on videos, it's like really shows up. I read on my MRI report back when I had the first one with the stroke that they noticed that it's there. It's just a harmless bump, that nothing that anybody's worried about. They know it's there, and that was on part of the report. So it has nothing to do with the fact that I had the TIA, and it doesn't affect anything. It's just people get bumps on them in places, and I have a bump on my head. I know it's harmless. So it's just showing now because my bangs are short. In fact, when I look at myself, like in videos, I'm like, wow, I got a bump on my head. So another thing that people have asked about a lot that I really want to kind of address is I felt that I was pushing too hard, that I was doing too much, that the stress of, and it was stressful when that man was drowning, just because I've just never dealt with anything like that before. And I just, it took some processing, I was just beyond grateful he was okay. And but there was nothing about that was, I was tired from it, but I wasn't hurt. I had some bruising on my bones here a little bit, because he was trying to reach out to grab, and no big deal, just a little bit of bruises. It's no big deal. But that has nothing to do with the TIA. In fact, probably the fact that I've been more active and working as hard as I have and gotten some weight off of me is probably helping my recovery from it's transient ischemic attack. It's a mini stroke. I form blood clots in my head, and it's not from bleed out. I have great blood pressure. I always have had great blood pressure. In fact, when I had the big stroke, I started having another one in the hospital, and they forced my blood pressure up to keep oxygen forcing through my brain. I was in an intensive care unit for about 4 days, and they pushed my blood pressure up to make sure that another clot didn't cause more death to brain tissue, which is what a stroke is. It's, they call a heart attack a myocardial infarct, or it's like a death in the muscle. Well, I had a cerebral infarct. There was a little place in my brain that got, killed from lack of oxygen. And so, but there's been none since that first time. They shot my blood pressure up. They kept the oxygen going through. And so, and I think the fact that I've been on blood thinners ever since has maybe kept some of the clots because this is the third time I've been in a hospital with a TIA. This was the worst one, but I think that the blood thinners have kept clots from being big enough to cause actual brain tissue death. And so nothing else has shown up on an MRI. or they'll use contrast dye and they'll do an MRA, and nothing else has shown up. So I know that there's a real good chance that I will be able to recover, you know, pretty much completely from this. My brain just has to heal. And I was sitting playing bingo today. I'll tell you more about the bingo. But the one lady was in a car accident, bless her heart, and the other lady, sweetest thing, she's almost 78, and she was mowing her lawn and she broke her leg when she fell. And I said, yeah, you fell and you got hit by a car. My head just did this to itself. You know, nobody else did it. Oh, goodness. But it is not related to, I built up slowly to where I did 72 lengths in that pool, and we did 5 miles on the bike the day before. And, you know, I've been building up slowly. It was the day, that video that Bill put out was the day before, and I loved that ride. So I will continue to try to keep working, and of course the therapy, boy, you want to talk about somebody working you. Physical therapy, they work you. You know, they're careful, but you really have to work a lot. So it was not for me doing too much, and it's certainly not because of stress of that man drowning. I'm just so incredibly grateful I was able to save him, and it shook me up, but I'm just grateful I can look back on and thank God for a good outcome. So those are some things people have asked about that I kind of wanted to address, and I'm sorry if I'm kind of hoarse. It's no big deal. I want to show you something. I won in bingo today. It's the first time I've ever played bingo with a group of people, and they're rolling the little thing and the little balls come out and all that. But isn't this neat here at this hospital? They let you pick out what you wanted and everything, and this is really beautiful. It just says walk by faith, not by sight. And I'm gonna take, I've got 2 mugs, you know our mug situation. I've got 2 mugs that are sort of winter themed, and I'm gonna tuck them away, put them like in the sunroom or in storage in the shed, and I'm hang this one up for the summer. So I'm taking something out to put something in, but I really like it. Walk by faith, not by sight. So isn't that cool? My first bingo win ever. So, well, anyway, guys, I think that covered the things I wanted to share with you. I do get really tired, but I'm basically doing very well, and I was very glad I had a very handsome visitor today. So
You didn't tell me about him.
about the handsome visitor?
Yeah.
Ooh, don't tell Bill. So yeah, he was able to tell me, you know, how things are going at home, and so yeah, I'm always glad when handsome gets here. He's the handsome visitor. I can just see somebody commenting and going, oh my goodness, what's going on? He's the handsome visitor. Oh goodness. I'm going to send this home with him tonight. And apparently the cat's very affectionate right now, because I think he's kind of...
Every time I walk in the house, he's all over me. He won't leave me alone. He's obnoxiously friendly right now.
Oh, I cannot wait to hug him and cuddle him again. That's for sure. So, anyway, guys, thank you for your love. And I wanted to let you know how things are going. And so, the people here are very, very nice. And I'm really grateful. So, I just had, in fact, I've got to remember nowadays, I'm starting to feel enough better. I've got to remember to not just turn suddenly, or, I mean, because I always got somebody with me, but I don't want to do something stupid now, you know, so I'm being pretty careful. So, well, sweetie, did I cover stuff okay?
I think so.
Okay. So, yeah. Alrighty, thank you, and thanks for your prayers. And I'm still trusting I'm going to go on that anniversary trip, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So Bill's just going to have to be behind me when I'm climbing out, so that when I step down, if I start to keep going, he can just be back there. He'll be my, well, he'll kind of be my own butt catcher. Like the wheelchairs they follow you with. Oh, goodness. And we've got a good step stool with handles on it that we're going to use to get me up in that truck. So I can still go.
It's not a step stool, it's a ladder. It's a
Right.
small ladder with a tall handle so she can climb up into it.
Yeah, so I can get up into Samson, get in the truck.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. All right, well, we better get going. All right, love you guys. Thank you, and we will be keeping in touch, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.